can multitask.
Yeah, efficiency.
So here's what I would suggest to you. Okay, just to viewers at home, get you caught up here with what just occurred. So okay, so in life, people suggest different things. Like people suggest that, let's just be clear about this particular thing. You had no intention tonight of going out to sit down with in the customer's home and showing them Cutco. Got it. So I'm suggesting you change your mind about it. But you see how, isn't it funny how like the reaction is like, it's like, but I didn't plan that. You know, so in that moment, it's like, what do we go through? What type of feelings do we have there? Well, tell me, like, what's that like? So I can then coach you on it a bit.
Just like, who do I call?
So it's like a who, what does that look like? I don't know.
That.
But what's it rooted in, though? Is it rooted in, like, well, then I have to change my mind? We almost don't want to, or like, I guess change pisses people off. Not pisses people off.
It throws them off. It's like at this point, I'm like, well, I gotta step back now and like see what, and actually think about it.
See, it's that whoa part.
Yeah.
See, what's that whoa part? And then you brought up a good word, or not a good or bad, whatever, but the word uncomfortable. I think that's really what it is, too. So here's what I'm getting at. Is there value added by us being more capable at changing changing in a specific circumstance like this? Is there value to be added by being more of a yes man? Like open to shifting the plan as long as integrity is kept with the other things. See, it'd be another story if you had like a wedding to go to tonight or something. I don't know, whatever. And I'm like, I'll just change your mind and go elsewhere. But the fact is you were going to be in this room till 10 o'clock anyway. Do you know what I mean? So like, so you're going to be here till 10. So it's like, you know, so instead of being here for 2 hours, and I get it because, you basically are here for a meeting, and me as the leader of the organization, I'm giving you permission to switch it, but it's interchanging one business activity with another business activity. So there's exceptions to this rule or exceptions to this concept I'm promoting, like the wedding thing. If it's like a lack of integrity and like you're just like bailing or whatever. Yeah. Although I don't like to use words like that, but you get my point. So but take a look. So long story short, there's value added to being willing to, on a moment's notice, go with the flow. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Because you take a look at because otherwise we limit ourselves. Because, put it this way, for you, instead of sitting here for 2 hours, if you actually were to go out and sell somebody like $500 in Cutco, it makes a difference for them. You're taking action. Yeah, especially with the type of week that you just put together, the inactivity that you just had. Yeah. You just chose to do. So it's like, there's win there, there's income, there's, creating movement, there's you growing, there's you interacting with another customer. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I think that's good for all. That's a good lesson for all of us to review, is that let's be open at all times to altering the plan. What's that? Be liquid. Liquid. I like that idea. Yeah, instead of like a cemented, instead of like a solid. It's malleable. It's like being able to like, oh yeah, okay, cool. And that's the other thing too. I think what happens is we really have to be able to get rid of this fear of failure. Because I think if we don't have the plan pre-planned out, but that's not what I planned. I think immediately the uncomfort may come from, it's like, oh no, I've connected last minute planning with potentially failure or potentially failing. When in actuality, it doesn't have to be that way. It is if we say it is. I mean, my point is you could easily get on the phone right now, call somebody up, schedule the same day. I'm going back to school right away. It's my last time to sit down with somebody. Can I swing by right now? Or, if you need be, set them up for a virtual demo for when you do go to school. And start now. It almost would cause you to dive into the activity too. Because that's another decision, if you already plan not to, I would say, hey, reconsider. You would want customers to be more open-minded, right? To be open-minded means you'd have to take somebody from who may have already made up their mind about something. They're closed-minded. You'd have to then be open, and then you'd want to have them make their mind up about a certain thing. So it's kind of like, persuasion is influencing somebody's choice before they make it. So, or influencing a new choice. But if somebody's already closed-minded and already made up their mind, they're no longer entertaining new choices. They're no longer entertaining requests or, possibilities. Yeah. So we'd have to, first say, are you open-minded, and then go from there. Anyway, so I guess this whole video, this conversation is like, how, what are we like when somebody suggests a new plan? Do we immediately go? Yeah. And it's funny how, because everything I'm saying is valid. Yeah. in my opinion. Because again, you were going to be here till 10. It's not like it takes away from something else. But yet we'd argue for why it's not possible, or like why we don't want to, or why it's weird, or like
the negative.
Even though rationally it makes but yet it's not rational to argue for not doing it.
Yeah.
A lot of knots in there. It's to me, it would be rational. In my opinion, it would be rational to like take the coaching and then just go do it. Let me press stop on this. I don't know. Do we cover something with that? I mean, what do we? Yeah, we accomplished something there. It's me second guessing. You don't want to second guess, but if you do, you own it, and you go back and say, "What did I learn?" Okay. So anyway, here's the lesson to be learned is when somebody suggests or make a request. Hey, dude, you want to go to the movies? You know, if you don't have anything else going on and there isn't an integrity issue, then just go to the damn movie. Or if somebody is like, hey, you know, you want to take on this new project and you have nothing else like pre-planned, or if you do and you responsibly shift things around, be open to it. So I guess the idea would be it's okay to throw your hat in the ring or throw your hat over the fence, I guess is the expression. I got to look into the origin of that, throwing your hat over the fence and then going to get it. There's a certain, you ever hear that concept? It's like throw your hat over the fence.
The ring.
Throw your hat in the ring. I think, yeah, they're different concepts. So it's like throw your hat over I believe it's like throw your hat over the fence even though you can't see. So it's like you're still committing yourself to success.
You gotta go get your hat.
Yeah, it's like you're still going to do it even though you can't see it. You still have faith that you're going to find a way. Totally could be pulling this out of my butt, but I like the idea. Yeah. So I guess the go with the flow would be a good, way of living life. If somebody makes a request or suggests something, and let's not immediately knee-jerk reaction say no. Let's take a look at the value that it adds and have it's possible mentality and be open to the suggestion, especially when it's not conflicting with anything else and it's not like an integrity issue.